So I got on eBay today, and the first thing that they recommend to me, like the first little pop up, is this right here. And I'm not surprised because you already know I love foldable, flippable phones. So in my search history, there's a lot of foldable, flippable phones. So eBay's, algorithm is going to say, hey, this guy would love to buy a $5,000 foldable phone. But it is not just a typical foldable phone. This is a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2 with Google Pixel Fold firmware. Prototype phone. Now, we talked about this phone a couple days ago, but this is actually a listing that is now being posted. And a price tag of $5,000. Alright, so yeah. We actually have more images than we had before in that one article we looked at. So this is every little detail of the images. And there's a lot. And I'll be honest, if you're going to charge someone $5,000, you better give us every image humanly possible. Wait, hold up. What? Why is it? Is this how... This is not how the Z Fold 5 works, or the Pixel Fold works when you use it in portrait mode. That's okay. That's weird. I mean, it's just a Z Fold 2. That's all really what it is. Like, yes, it has a firmware. The whole point of this, you guys know, is that at one point, Google needed to test out the firmware for their upcoming Google Pixel Fold. But they didn't have a Google Pixel Fold at the time that worked. They only had the concept. So how do you test out the firmware and get the firmware to go? Well, you gotta use this. You gotta use what you have to kind of be a similar look so you can get the, problems out of the firmware. And that's exactly what this is. It's a Pixel Fold, but in a shell of a Z Fold 2. And why do they use a Z Fold 2? I have no idea why. I'm going to guess for the bezels purposes. Because they want to make sure that the bezels are the same thing. Model Pixel on Jumbo Jack. Okay. And then the outside display, oh, that's awful. I'm guessing the reason why this whole is not the whole thing is because the Pixel Fold, as you know, is a smaller outside display. It's not as tall. So they're trying to get the same, the correct dimensions of this down. So this isn't even like the whole entire display. Wow. This is... Okay, so when you actually load it up, it does say this, and then it goes into that. This phone bootloader is unlocked, and the software is integrity can't be verified. Any data on this phone may be... Yeah, exactly. So it's just a custom bootloader. It's the same thing when we go ahead and put in... when we do like Windows 11 on the Surface Duo 1 or Surface Duo 2, all you're doing really is just changing the custom bootloader to be a different bootloader, which obviously here is the Pixel Fold. Yeah, no, I gotta give the person credit. They gave plenty of pictures to, if you are thinking about buying it, probably wouldn't do that. He said this phone was used by Google on 2021 as a prototype for Google Pixel Fold they were planning to make. Well, they didn't, not planning, they did make. The phone was flush with Google Pixel software to see how their phone was going to look. Everything in this phone is from the Google Pixel. The software is the Jump Jack 2021. Software was a prototype and never came on production. You can see a full article about this, blah, blah, blah. The phone is a one of a kind, very rare phone. Alone is excellent condition and unlocked for any carrier. Please ask, don't hesitate to ask questions. Yeah, again, it's not a bad, if you really are into, nostalgia of, collecting history, it's actually a really cool thing to have. I don't know if for $5,000 it's cool to have. that might be a little bit up there price tag wise, but you know, everyone has a correct price for any item. I mean, that's really what this all comes down to. Every item has a correct price. To someone out there, this might be the correct price for this said item. Not sure 100% for me or anyone watching this video, but yeah. Tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. See you guys next one. Peace out.